Good evening. My name is Cliff Robinson. It's my wife, Cheryl Robinson. And we're here with the very first, the CbdAmerica.net show. We're coming to you live from WHPR. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's our first show, and we're excited to bring the news about CBD to the community. Anything you want to say, Cheryl?
I'd like to say I'd like to thank the station for having us on, and I'm looking forward to educating you and hopefully enlightening you on the wonderful wellness of CBD.
Yes, okay. So first let's start off with what CBD is. The technical term for CBD is it's industrial hemp. Industrial hemp was legalized last December by way of the 2018 Farm Bill, which took it from Section A to your basic vegetable status. So it is legal coast to coast in terms of people having it, using it, transporting it, etc. Then the state of Michigan began its industrial hemp and or CBD program this past summer, of which we attained our hemp processor handler license for 2019, and then we were recertified for 2020. Now, let's talk about some of the advantages of CBD.
Well, one thing he basically gave you what CBD is, the technical realms of it, but basically CBD in a nutshell is a plant. It's a plant. It comes from a plant, and it's much like the aloe plant. We as consumers, we don't think twice about adding the gel from an aloe plant if we get a burn or if we get a scrape or something. And the reason why we don't think twice about it is because we know its healing abilities, and we know there's no side effects. We just open it up, we put it on, and it seems to soothe the pain. So that's basically what CBD is in a nutshell. There are a lot of benefits in addition to those from an aloe plant.
Oh, surely. In fact, what happened in the history of CBD, as it were, science noticed that it had positive effects on children that had epilepsy and epileptic types of seizures, and it reduced the severity and the incidence of them markedly. Then, as that occurred, science began to look at more of the things that CBD does. And what happens, and the reason how it works, is the fact that we as human beings have two receptors in our bodies, similar to immune system. In fact, they're called the endocannabinoid system. The endocannabinoid system was just discovered in the 90s. So it's this thing where all this time that's gone by with mankind not knowing that we had this system within ourselves. And this system is comprised of two receptors. And these receptors are designed to process CBD.
Yes.
So it's a natural thing for CBD to assist and to help our bodies in that context.
Yes, absolutely.
One thing we wanted to mention also is that we've been chosen as facilitators to have the first CBD seminar at Wayne County Community College, January 30th, between 5:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. It's free of cost to the community, and we want you all to come out. We're going to have speakers and guests, and we'll have demonstrations of CBD, and, we're going to have some fun and stuff. So be sure to try to come out on January 30th, and it'll be at the Northwest campus of Wayne County Community College, which is Southfield and Olive Drive. Now, there's things about CBD, kind of hogging the shoulder, but so we categorize it into two basic categories. The first category is in terms of pain. CBD relieves pain.
Yes.
Our product, we call it Right Now because that's what it does. You apply Right Now to the parts where you're hurting, whether it's knees or hands or wrists or back or wherever you're hurting, whether it's arthritis, bursitis, or muscle fatigue or whatever, and within minutes, the pain is gone.
Yes.
It's shocking to most people when they first experience it because, 5 minutes later and the pain is not leaving, but it's completely gone. So it's that kind of a reality with people.
It is, and even with some people suffer with migraine headaches. I know I suffer with sinus issues, especially with the weather changing back and forth, back and forth. So I find that if I take our Right Now and if I rub it on my temples, all of a sudden it seems to just ease up, and I'm starting to notice that I'm feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better just from that. So I used to take different sinus meds and things, but as a result of using the CBD Right Now, I don't need them as much. I'm able to kind of just get past it just by rubbing a little bit of oil on my forehead, and it seems to ease the pain. So I'm definitely an advocate for CBD. And I know one thing, my first questions when we first came into this learning about the industry was how it relates to marijuana or the THC. And me being that I don't do any of that, it made me uncomfortable, or I wasn't certain whether or not it was anything in it. And Cliff was able to reassure me through his research that it does not contain any THC, and it does not get you high. And you can probably elaborate more.
In fact, the determination for it to be a authorized CBD product is that it must contain less than 0.1% THC. Since we talked about marijuana versus hemp, they are sister plants. The marijuana plant and the hemp plant are sister plants. They're completely separate, but they are sister plants. The primary component derived from the marijuana plant is THC, which of course is the active agent that makes people high. The primary component for hemp or CBD of hemp is CBD, and its primary component is that of healing and relief of both pain and stress and anxiety.
Yes.
Did you want to talk a little bit about another part of our services and products in terms of that whole aromatherapy and wellness?
Yeah, well, I definitely can identify with that. A few years back, my grandmother, she passed in 2016, and she lived a wonderful life. She lived to be almost 101 years old. So God rest her soul.
Amen, amen.
But shortly after that, I started having these panic attacks. All of a sudden, I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but it's a very uncomfortable feeling. You don't know why, but you feel the urgency to that something bad is about to happen. Although nothing's going on, nothing's wrong, but you feel that in your body. And Cliff and I had ended up in the hospital a number of times with me thinking something bad is going to happen, and it was nothing more than in my head and that whole anxiety thing. The CBD has made me to be able to, it's a calming, it's very calming. And
you're speaking of not just the roll-on or the topical,
absolutely,
but in terms of diffusing the actual essential oils as far as...
Absolutely. The CBD comes in various forms, and it comes as a diffusing oil, where you use, if you're not familiar with diffusing, they're diffusing. There's one right there. There's a diffuser. It's called a diffuser, and you can add any kind of essential oil into it, but we use our CBD diffusing oil, and it comes in lavender, peppermint, and eucalyptus, and it's just very calming. What it does, you add a few drops to the diffuser, and then it just evaporates kind of in the air, and it's just
Creates
very
a mist,
it
kind of.
creates a mist. Thank you. It creates a mist, and it's very calming. It's very relaxing, and sometimes that whole aromatherapy is. Can take your mind somewhere else, or if your mind is anxious, or if you're feeling stressed, that whole aromatherapy can bring you back to where you're at a place of calm.
Absolutely. Cheryl was the one who first really turned me on to diffusing, and probably most men don't do it or haven't done it. But let me tell you, we all are under stress. There's nobody in America that's not under stress. And folk that I know, working people, we're under the most stress. And so the thing about the aromatherapy and the diffusers is that, and the CBD, is that it actually, again, our bodies are designed to process it. So when we're exposed to it in that mist form, what it does is take the tension down. It takes the stress away in that context. We also have other products that will be coming out soon. And again, our website is www.cbdamerica.net. All of our products are there. You can use your PayPal or credit card or whatever. So I want to get that point in. But in terms of the various essential oils and the different fragrances, it's really wonderful. So, us men need to explore and get more involved with that part of the CBD advantage. A third thing that came up as a advantage of CBD in terms of pain, you might speak of this in terms of, our daughter was speaking to some monthly visits that...
Absolutely. She mentioned that as far as menstrual cramps, that it was able to relieve them like magic. I hate to say that, but in some regards it does. She says that happens. I know I have knee issues, and I find that when I rub the oil on my knees, within a few minutes or so, the pain eases down. So it's all natural. I haven't had any side effects or anything with it.
No side effects.
So it's just. I must say it's just a great product. I'm glad we discovered it. I'm glad it's finally legal.
Yes. People, you're going to hear more and more about CBD. It's going to be it's in the process of becoming an exploding industry. Some people ask, well, Cliff, how did you get into it? What made you get into it? Well, what made me get into it was one day I woke up and I had pain in my hands and wrists and shoulders. And it was new to me. I lived my whole life pretty much without pain. And I'm experiencing pain. So I go to the doctor. The doctor says, hey, well, you got arthritis. I said, wow, arthritis, who? And so, what? So he said, well, give me some prescriptions, and if the pain persisted, I eventually got a shot in both shoulders. Then, after that, I started thinking about, well, this is awful strong, this is awful extreme. Is there any wellness, any natural means by which one can mitigate pain? And through that process, which I began, I guess, last September, a year ago, year and a half now, and I keep hearing about CBD. CBD this, CBD that. So we got more and more into it. We began to do field testing of various CBD products. And by the way, for a product to be CBD, I mentioned that, one, it has contained less than 0.1% THC. And then secondly, it must be certified by a third-party lab. Now, it's like anything else in life. I was in a gas station one day. They're selling CBD in the gas station. They're selling CBD at a dollar store. Nothing against these places at all, but where did that CBD come from? What lab certified it? What are the stamps on it, if any?
Yes, absolutely.
So it's like Russian roulette.
Yes.
No more than buying liquor out of somebody's garage. Well, you're buying rot gut compared to Hennessy or a high quality Kvass, liqueur or brandy. So Our products are the best available. All of them are third-party certified. We have field tested all of them personally before we even put them out on the market.
Yes.
Which reminds me, part of our agreement with the state of Michigan under the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development are that of research.
Yes.
We have a research agreement with them, and part of our research is to inform the public about CBD, certified CBD products, and also to field test certified CBD products. And a lot of our friends and relatives and folk that we know have sampled the products, and folks that we don't know
That's true.
have sampled the products, and everyone that has had a positive effect.
Yes, they have.
You know, so I know that there's also, if you go online, you're going to see all kinds of companies offering, you know, different this and that.
Yes.
And the word to the wise is to ask questions about the product.
Yes.
Ask them about their testing procedures. Ask them about the certification of their third-party lab, and do some research. In this regard, you're pretty safe with us.
Yep.
In that we have looked at 100 or so products over the time. Personally tried them. And, we weighed them up and impartially decided which ones are best, and we compared that to other folk that if we tried did a field testing with, and these products work. Give you an idea of this is the size of our right now. It's a $60 CBD oil that you roll on. We also have that same size in the spray, and this is also the size of our essence of oils for our diffusers. One thing I also want to point out is that all of our oils are organic, certified organic. So that takes our products to another level of quality as well. I guess, you know, as a reminder again, we're having a seminar along with Wayne County Community College at their Northwest District campus, which is Otter Drive and Southfield, on January the 30th between 5:30 and 7:30 p.m.
Yes.
Anything you want to talk about in terms of aromatherapy and how you got into it? What about other new products that's coming out?
Well, we have another thing along with the diffusing and using essential oils to diffuse. We also have gotten into sound therapy, and I don't know if you're familiar. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's
What is sound? What is
sound therapy is really just different sounds that can take you somewhere else, like the sounds of birds chirping in the morning, or the sound of rain.
Well, is it a machine or a device?
Actually, it's a device. I call it a device or a gadget. And the one we have, it has like 9 different sounds on it. And it kind of takes you to another place. You know, you may have a hard day at work, or you're stressful. I don't know, maybe if you're a mom and the kids are getting a little bit much, whereas you can go into a quiet place and turn on your sound machine and listen to birds chirping. Or the ocean. Or the ocean.
Rainfall.
Yes.
So like on a rainy day.
Absolutely.
Some of the best sleep you could have is on rainy days. You know. So with this device that we have, that we're also part of our whole wellness and therapy portion of our business.
Yes.
It's really great.
Yes.
So now, here's the thing. So you have your diffuser going, whether it's lavender or eucalyptus, peppermint, and you're chilling, and then you use the device for the sound effects, when you get the crickets, or running water, as in rain, the oceans. And trust me,
you are so far away from whatever stress you had or whatever went on during that day. It's behind you, because a lot of things happen it's in our minds, and our minds are always going 24/7, 24/7. We don't turn off. We don't unplug. Used to be a time when the world turned off.
Yeah, right.
When I was a kid, TV went off right after the news. TV just went off.
Right.
So if you were up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning,
you weren't watching TV.
You weren't watching TV. I don't know if you were listening to the radio. All you could do was lay there, and eventually you would fall back to sleep. But nowadays,
Yes.
the world is 24/7. We have to find ways to relax and to calm our inner self. One of our quotes or our taglines is ease the pain, calm the brain. And we use that with CBD, and our CBD oil, it does just that.
That's right.
It eases the pain and it calms the brain, along with some of our other aromatherapy and our sound therapy.
Also tell them about, probably going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks, the salts and the bath salts.
Oh my goodness, we are going to have some bath salt, some some sea salt,
from Dead Sea.
from the Dead Sea. I'm sorry, and it's
Also, Himalayan pink Himalayan
yes,
salt.
yes,
as well.
that as well. And I have tried it. I've tried it on my skin as a toner. I've bathed in it, and oh my God, you don't need lotion after you get out of the bathtub or out of the shower. You will not need lotion, and your skin. Oh my goodness, it just feels like. It feels like a baby. It's the softness of a baby's bottom, as they say.
Right.
It's amazing. And one thing about me, I can't really talk on things or sell things that I'm not sold on myself. And I'm really sold on these bath salts that we're going to have coming out. They're going to be on the website probably as early as next week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So say this thing about it. So, all right, so you come in from work.
Yeah.
You've been messed over.
Yes.
You've been through traffic.
Yes.
You got kids, whatever not.
Yes.
So you're uptight.
Yes.
So you go in your bathroom, you run some hot water.
Yeah.
You put these salts in the bathtub along with the CBD salts, should I say.
Yes.
You hook up your diffuser and your sound therapy.
Yes.
And you be in there for an hour.
Yes.
Something like that.
Absolutely.
When you come out, you're a different person.
Yes.
It's like it took a 3-week vacation.
Absolutely.
In the Bahamas somewhere.
That's
something,
right.
It just completely changes your whole dynamic.
It does.
And naturally.
Yes.
This is no drugs.
No.
This is a plant all of this is a natural experience. Our bodies are designed to process these things.
Yes.
So it's just a great situation.
Right.
So, we're in business. We're in business to make money.
Yep.
But at the same time, our business is trying to help people.
Absolutely.
Our business is trying to spread the word to
Yes.
get people away from all these heavy pharmaceuticals.
Yes.
For pain, for example. Have you watched the commercials about some of this stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, they say, well, it can cause this, it can cause all that, it can da-da-da-da-da-da-da. By the time they get finished, I said, well, I just chopped my hand off then. If I got to risk having a stroke and a heart attack and my butt falling off, I just soon cut my hand off or something because, I just been hurt for a while.
Absolutely.
So it's awesome, some of the things. And we're talking about $1,800, $2,000 a month for some of these pharmaceuticals. So, and here, this bottle, under most circumstances, is going to last you a couple of months.
Yeah, absolutely. It may look small, but it doesn't
powerful.
take a lot. It
It does
take
not.
a lot.
So, what can you do?
Right.
$30 a month?
Right.
Relieve your pain naturally?
Yes.
That's the whole point about CBDAmerica.net. And again, we're going to be at Wayne County Community College.
Yep.
January the 30th.
Yep.
From 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m.
Yes.
Once you ought to come out, go to our website. It's live for you all to purchase products. Another thing, I would like to come out to the community. We offer free seminars to churches, organizations, groups, unions, what have you. We'll come out, do a complete seminar, inform the people what's going on, have actual demonstrations of CBD, have a good time, and at no cost to you. So that's something to think about in the future as well. Anything else you wanted to say?
What else? I'm not certain. The main thing is that we don't want you to be afraid. Don't be afraid to look into it or research. You can call us. You can email us. There's a contact information on our website if you have any questions. If we're going to be out in the community where you can test some things, so that you don't just have to take our word for it. You'll have opportunities where, especially if you come to the seminar on the 30th, we're going to have samples to give out.
Right. So
you're going to be able to
yourself.
experience the aromatherapy and the bath salts.
Yes.
And
Well, folks can't take baths.
No.
I know.
We'll have
But
samples
but
of
the
the
thing about
bath
it
sauce.
that you didn't talk about was
Yeah.
how you mix the sauce with water.
Oh
as the
yes,
skin-
to make a
Yeah, so-
skin toner or either a facial mask, and again,
So that
just-
can be demonstrated.
absolutely, we can demonstrate that on your hand. Just come on out,
Yes.
come on out. Our goal is to educate and to help people. That's our main goal.
Indeed.
If we make some money, that's great too. But other than that,
It's a fantastic alternative to pharmaceuticals.
Yes.
www.cbdamerica.net. Our telephone number is area code 734-922-2024. Again, thank you, WHBR, for having us. We're going to be back again next week at 8 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday, and we'll see you then. And we're out.